G'day, this is Lodbrock Dota. In this video we're going to look at LGD versus Vici. In this game, LGD win off the back of a really strong laning setup. I'm going to look how they transitioned this small advantage into a win. They transitioned that one lane into full map pressure through continually pushing lanes, intimidating heroes, and controlling the space. So the first clip we're going to look at starts in lane, and it's this aggro try versus aggro try. So naturally, more resources committed, more heroes are there, more turbulent it can be, and bigger impact you can have. So this lane, just show you the last hits and denies. It's Jug, Radiant, they're dominating it. They're absolutely dominating it. Metamorphosis is down. I'm going to show you kind of this 30-second window. Now, TB hasn't hit a creep in the last 30 seconds, and he's not about to. He's going to get 2 creeps from this wave, and this shows you the kill potential of this lane. It's very little commitment, very high uptime, spin, tag team, earth spike, and just dead. You know, the Hex and Snowball are just icing on the cake. Even that, easy harass. Now also, LGD are super good at blocking this camp. They do this every minute. Even though it's been dewatered, LGD prevent the pull by blocking this camp. Later on in the major, I'm going to do more videos specifically looking at tri-lanes and aggro tri-lanes with this kind of stuff, because it's quite a important and popular thing right now. But for the moment, it's important just to look at the lane so you understand how the TB finds himself in the situation he is, and how each team, the context for how each team plays. So TB hasn't touched a creep in ages. He decides to leave at minute 3.5. So it's just, you know, he should have gone over here to contest and then kept running. But he's stuck around for an extra 30 seconds and says, we are never getting the creep wave further back. PSG do an exceptional job of holding it. I'm out of here, boys. Catch you later. Now from here, I want to show you the Tusk movement. So I'll just consult my notes here. Right, so TB goes to jungle. Now that Air Spirit's actually helping him jungle. Sad days. So this creates like a situation where Vici are trying to farm 4 areas at once. Obviously they're getting nothing top. But they're doing okay 1v1 mid. They're doing fine. What? Not as good as the Darkseer, because this is a Darkseer. But doing fine. So right off the bat, PSG don't let them do this efficiently. They pressure where the TB is with their spare heroes as supports, and they deny everything from top possible. And they've got, you know, the extra one here, so really efficient pressure from LGD, and they've got another option too, to gank mid. So right off the bat, it's they've won the lanes, and they're turning this into kill opportunities first and numeric overloads. So right there, because they've made the first move, we're just going to slow this down, because they've made the first move, they get the advantage, they get the kill mid, and because they're winning the lane, they create that opportunity in the first place. Now what they do with this LGD is not actually push, even just after 5 minutes. They're not pushing the lanes, they're just content to outfarm. Beautiful little sidestep by FY God. Secures the bounty rune. And Chalice on Tide also gets it. So it's actually, as well as this, X Nova, I want to just speed it up and show you. Again, nobody is here, but he's blocking this camp still. Because he does not want to give Vici even a sniff of coming back. So what they've done effectively in terms of terrain control, with the 1 lanes in the early game, before pushing is really an option, they're playing 3 lanes, and where they're contesting is these areas. These low ground areas around the safe lanes, where the bounty runes are. Now they've got 4 bounty runes out of that, and they're continuing to farm on 3 heroes. They're not being super greedy with their supports. So the core thing that I really want to ram home is to win the lanes and dominate the contested areas if you can. This is like the most effective Dodo possible in the early game. Obviously you need certain heroes to do it, but that's ideal. And these contested areas, these low grounds around jungle, you know, these low grounds around the safe lanes. Alright, this clip, for a few minutes, we're going to be looking at what LGD do to go to the next stage of their game plan here. So right now I want to show you that even though they've got the catapult right now with the jug, he's actively denying. So right now he's still in the control phase, right? He's only 1v1 here. He doesn't have his supports there. He's just trying to control the lane. They're smoking up right now. And he's got still the unkillable Timber at the stage and the unkillable Tidehunter. And TB is still farming. So with the smoke up top, they've got the snowball straight onto this Oracle. Really decisive movement. They're killing this guy before Dire can or want to react. So with the heroes top, now they're pushing, now they've got the catapult, still being kept alive, so well done to, I'm going to mispronounce this, but Main, and he's pushing really quickly, as quick as he can, with the spin. Now, they used the glyph at some stage here, I think they might have already, I missed that because I was distracted. ES was in this area just at that same time, and I want to pause here actually. So ES is rolled over and put a ward up here for VG to kind of see what's going on and where the Jug's going to go, but Jug isn't going to play in that area. Jug is too farm, too strong, and too good to play in that area just yet. So I'm just going to go back 10 because I want to show you the marks on the minimap. Watch the minimap that get drawn right here. See, that's Tusk, that's the color of Tusk. I think it's either Tusk or Oracle. But regardless, there's a line like cut straight down here. A line that's cut straight down here. Exactly where this ward is kind of cutting off. So first they place this ward, and then they place this ward playing top. Now this should show the territorial ambitions of LGD. After they dominate the, this contestable area, this lowland area, around the 5-minute marks, now they want to push for a bit more with the Jug, with the cart. Still, TB is playing the super safe area. This is why he's here, because LGD want to be here. This is not safe. This is not at all safe for TB, so it's a smart read from him. And we're going to see how VG adapt to what's happening. So, the two supports of LGD, very smartly, playing the high ground, playing wards. They're looking for an attacking movement onto this tier 1. If they catch somebody here, it's a free tower. And this is why VG, they read this, they know this. This is why they're over here and not they're over here. Anyway, so we're going to go back to top. So Jug's pushing here. The Darkseer has turned up. Now the Darkseer with the Vanguard thinks he's tanky enough. So defends the tower, like good timing. He's pretty quick on it. He's got the shell, he's got the Vanguard. Catapult's going down. And this means that the TB now has got all the space around here. It's his job now as a TB to defend this tower as well as farm this area. Now back to the Darkseer. He's also able to play this dead lane roll top, where his team does not want to be, because he can push it out with the Iron Shell. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to be really safe about this. But LGD are smarter than that. They're playing the high ground. They've got all this vision that enables this aggressive play, and even with the Vanguard, and even with TPs in, not quick enough. Who cancelled that TP? It was TB. He does not want any part of that. No risk gameplay from him. So that's how LGD have pressured VG in the right areas and generated a pickoff. So once again, they're really allowed to do this, LGD, because of the strength of these 1v1 spot and mid. They've got the Tidehunter, unkillable. They've got the Timber, unkillable. If these were squishy heroes that weren't able to do this, if they died to Kunkka's combo, for example, they would have to be top. But because this is such a complete domination of the laning stage and of kind of the draft, LGD are allowed to play 3 lanes. This is like a really complete thing that they're pulling off here. So Jug able to continue to push in top, continually pushing, force the Darkseer back up here. Means he cannot be defending mid, means he cannot be pressuring bot. And Jug, as well as Jug is a lot of the time really good at Darkseer's role right here, just playing the dead lane thing defensively, but he's also very good at it offensively. It's one of the strengths of the hero. And why he's so kind of he's just fucking everywhere right now. He's kind of does everything you want in lane, doesn't die to the meta heroes, and does everything you want from a carry outside of lane. Now I'm gonna last bit of this video, I'm gonna go back and show you again 10-minute timing, next bounty runes. Where do LGD focus? They've forced rotation top, they've forced rotation mid, they're forcing Vici to spread, and then they're closing. Like, they're actually defending around the low grounds, like bounty areas, the contestable areas. So this time, the Darkseer, played by Yang, is like putting himself in a vulnerable spot, like as vulnerable as he can reasonably get, to get that last bounty rune. But the emphasis is on the territory here. This fight is kind of what can happen. Sometimes the defenders like will panic and just group up and try to get something. And often that'll be mid. In another game I might show, there was a good example where Dire just like 5-man bot, which is, you know, kind of standard, but it was super defensive because they've been getting smashed. Vici, generally they're trying to do the right things, but 8k at 10 minutes, this is what you call clinical. So we're going to start again at a very similar time where we left off. VG have been forced to make a kind of aggressive move. They've got to do something, so they try to get something mid, and it just doesn't work. Easy for Dire for Radiant to TP in. Chalice like casually cancelled because he wants to get this tower. And after that, Paparazzi goes top, because this is currently unoccupied and Darkseer's gone to try to defend the bottom tower. Now this is a really difficult move for Paparazzi because it's natural for LGD and the Timber to punish. He's just kind of chasing him here, and he'll continue to do that. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, but the basic thing is if he leaves mid, and he kind of wants to at this stage, it gives the support a lot of space. So he's making space here. He's not taking this XP. He's thinking about waiting to cut the next wave, but he decides against it so he can apply pressure. And this is the really natural place to apply pressure. They've already got the ward here. So what he's really waiting for is FY on the Tusk. Once he gets that hero up, he's going to be like very happy to dive deep. Only level 6. Or level 7 now on the Paparazzi Terrorblade. And Tusk is on the way up here. But he's kicked him straight out. Get out of here, man. We're going to push your tower and there's nothing you can do about it. So still similar formation, map pressure, but they've switched up with, I just want to pause it here, they've switched up with the Timbersaw going top as a strong hero and making space for the weaker hero. Now at the same time, Vici realizes, they see this and say, alright, this is a good chance. We didn't quite get what we needed to mid when we tried to make a play. But they're going to smoke top with 4 heroes. Now there's 2 things to say about it. If you want to defend top in the situation Dire are in, which is classic Dire into like classic defensive Dire into classic aggressive Radiant, you both need 4 or 5 heroes because there should already be 3 heroes, and LGD are pretty disciplined about this, sticking together, being alright. So you need a lot of heroes, and you also need smoke because these wards should be like up 90% of the time. So you need smoke to catch them. The other thing to say about it is, again, this is the second time Vici have made like an aggressive move, and they have to. The team behind has to make some kind of movement in a situation like this. I'll show you this fight. They have to, because there's no way they're going to catch up if they just let the stronger team play at a faster pace. You will just get out-farmed if you do that. You need to generate a pick-off. So this is still a pretty good place. They were able to, get 2 picks, but it wasn't quick enough. And so the Jug, gets a double kill, so it's 2 for 2. And quite importantly, the most farmed hero for Dire dies to the most farmed hero of Radiant. So it's the correct play from Vici, but it doesn't quite pan out because LGD are too kind of disciplined to let them get something for nothing. Now I'm just going to check my note here. Right, so the alternative play that Vici could have made is to try to go bot and kill this Tide, or to try to go mid and kill the line that was there. But this is kind of it was what they're really trying to do with the top play is maintain control of the territory, because right now they don't feel comfortable with it, and they want to play here. They want to play here because Roche is here. They don't want to just concede it completely. Like you see, they're warding. They've got one here. They had one here. They want to play around top as Dire. And now LGD have, kind of just continually beat them back at every opportunity. They're so confident that they can just go dominate the other high ground. Their very next step, right? You see the magic damage they have into the Terrorblade? This is no longer, Terrorblade is so far behind and his team is so far behind that this safe place, what it once was in the 5 to 10 minute period, no longer safe. LGD said, this is ours now too. Everywhere you go, it will become ours. So they're still not committing with 5 heroes, LGD. They're still playing at least 2 lanes at once. Jug's pushed out top this whole time. He's doing that because he's a strong, independent hero. And these heroes of Lion and Tusk and Timbersaw are playing this real threat role. Anywhere the heroes of Vici go, LGD will follow with these 3. It's the Jug and the Tidehunter who are basically playing the side lane hero, the side lanes exclusively, right? They're the ones that haven't really rotated. And that's very deliberate. Tide is a dead lane hero this game, and Jug is a dead lane hero this game. Yeah. Alright, good. We're just gonna... So even this play here just before, from Vici, it's they've lost control of bot. Their only option is to go top. And what they really want is to kill this Jug. But they just can't. And it's because of the quality of the pick. It's quite a simple pick. It's the Jug, right? Most popular hero of the patch. But this is what Jug is so bloody strong. You can just do this. So what I want to show you guys at this stage, I'm just going to focus on the map, is how LGD kind of close out the game from here. So they've forced Vici out from bot, and now as we come up to the 15-minute runes, they're going to contest them. Vici are all kind of top, except for one hero, and LGD are just running at them, just absolutely running at them. They're contesting it with Jug. He's ballsy enough to go in because he's got the spin, and he gets the rune. This becomes easy team fight. It's not even a team fight. It's VG lose one hero and they're bailing before they lose more. All the while they've got one hero down bot. Because they're so strong, they want this tower to stay up. This is the first objective, easy objective for Dire. LGD are so strong, they don't even want to let them have it. So they anticipate now that LGD anticipate Vici will leave top. And now they're running there again, right? Vici say, alright, they're top, now go bot. Oh shit, they're already bot waiting for us. They're already there. So this draft, it's really not a push team. It's not a lineup that's supposed to push to a timing, taking it with Roche. They could take the Aegis, but they don't really need to right now. What they want to do is apply maximum pressure while they can, while VG just simply cannot fight. And this is probably one of the best ways to kill the like to counter the Terrorblade. So this is kind of it, how we've gone from, you know, to a 13k lead at 16 minutes with this. It's just constant pressure. And this very deep ward, now it's going to be even more. LGD, and it will see anytime Vici walk past this line and just try to kill him, right? Yeah, it's not allowed to walk past. See, Dark said, not allowed to walk past this ward. You will take the team fight and you will lose to this really disciplined, clinical LGD side. They're bloodthirsty while they're playing so tight and to the terrain. It's beautiful. So that's it for this video. I hope it was good. Cheers.